Guys, welcome to the aftermath of another Chelsea loss. Today, our boys lost today 2-1 away at Craven, Cottage. That's the home for Fulham in West London. 2-1 loss. Obviously, this is like the worst run of form for a Chelsea side since Chelsea finished 10th place many years ago during Jose Mourinho's second tenure. I believe that was in 2015 or so, either 2015 or 2014, 2015, I believe, or 2015, 2016. Anyway, yes, that's another loss. First half wasn't a good look, especially the offensively. I mean, both Koulibaly and Trevor Shalova. Shaloba, they were just playing poorly. It just wasn't a good look. Overall, we just could not seem to be in full control, and none of our players surprisingly even knew how to mark Willian, who is our former boy. That everybody knows Willian has only one foot. He has that his right foot. He only has one dribble, that his leg over dribble, where he quickly shifts the ball to his right. It's I mean we all know it, but unfortunately and surprisingly neither Chaloba nor even Aspilicueta he had any clue on how to mark Willian. So uh, on surprisingly, Willian scored their first goal, and it's almost as if he knew that he was going to score because prior to the kickoff, he had pretty much warned us that listen, that if he scores, that he's not going to celebrate. Given that Chelsea is his former club of which he won five. He helped Chelsea win five trophies. So he scored. Um, Somehow we got into halftime down 1-0 early in the second half. Koulibaly equalized by bundling in uh, the deflected shot back into goal. It seemed like okay, like we're back in business, and we're gonna kick on from there. But as fate would have it, Joao Felix, who up until then had easily been our best player. I mean, even Chelsea fans were singing his name all day because he was instant fire. He was instant fire. He was causing problems. I believe he had like four shots on target. He had six shots in total, and four were on target. Which, if y'all know how poorly our front line has been, for him to have four shots on target in about an hour of work, I mean that was actually, and especially a player that literally just walked into Chelsea only a couple days ago. That was impressive stuff by the Portuguese player who's on loan from Atletico Madrid. So yeah, he was he was flying, and what it was the ball kind of got away from him. He had tried to win it back, and his studs, he went a bit studs up. I mean, I felt the Fulham player made a little bit of a meal out of it, but it was studs up, and he did make contact on the Fulham player's leg. So yeah, the rule says straight red. So he's got that straight red, and he's gonna be missing the next three games. So it's almost like you're adding insult to injury. Here. And notwithstanding, especially with the introduction of Jorginho once on unfortunately um, Zakaria, the midfielder, got injured. Georgie came in, and Georgie came in and he just calmed everything down in midfield. We were in full control, even with the 10 men. And then just out of nothing, and this is just one of those seasons where when it's raining, then it's just going to be pouring. Just out of nothing, out of nowhere. I mean, a cross came in. I believe he's the former Tottenham striker, Carlos Vinicius. I mean, I believe I know he used to play somewhere, and my memory tells me that he's an ex Spurs striker. Um, Obviously, he is in because their main man is out injured. The uh, yeah, was out injured. I missed his name, and yeah, so he just went on ahead and went up and connected on the cross with the header. But what actually had happened was Kepa. Kepa came out to try and get something on the cross, and but he misjudged the pace of the cross and also the direction of the cross because the reality was in retrospect, Kepa really didn't have a chance to get anything on that cross. The cross was curving uh, outwards. It was an out swinging cross, and if it's an out swinging cross, rule 101 in goal keeping is you're just gonna have to let that one go because it's always peeling it away from goal. If it's in swinging, then the goalie has to come out and challenge it. But when it's an out swinging cross, you just gotta stay on your line and just trust that your the defender is gonna make it tough on their man, and then you deal with any ball that comes on goal. That's what Kepa should have done, but he didn't do that. He came off his line. He got caught in no man's land, and the header pretty much went into an empty net. And that was 2-1, 2-1, and we're down to 10 men and down 2-1. I mean, away on the road. I mean, that was just an uphill task, especially for a team like Chelsea that's just struggling. And yeah, and that's how it ended 2-1. Where planted firmly in 10th place, 25 points. I believe we played 17 games or so. Um, yeah, it's just not looking good. This is a nightmare of a season. All my years of as a Chelsea fan, I haven't seen a season this bad. Even the season that we finished 10th. I mean, it seemed for some reason that seems that season felt a little bit better than this season. But yeah, but not with standing for me. It's just been mixed bag. I mean, I see what Potter's trying to get done. However, I just see that it's a manager that has a certain vision in mind of how he wants football to be played. However, he has players that just seemingly not able to implement his ideas for a variety of reasons. Part of it is just not having the requisite skill that's needed. The requisite skill, there's a certain amount of skill that's needed. And I'm not saying that our players are not skilled or skilled enough, but they just don't have the requisite skill in the positions that where we need those players and those skills. And you all already seen that just even by the little play, the little time that Joao Felix was on the field. I mean, you've seen I mean, he's in the skill level. He's seeing the quality of the player. I mean, you seen how he just fit in with Potter's thought process. He fit in almost like a glove. I mean, those are the type of players. Even a player like Chukwuemeka, when he came off the bench, he was rolling. He was releasing passes. He was making good runs. Releasing the right passes. But we just don't have players that are on the same wavelength. And so, it's just going to take a little bit of time. This season for me is just a wash. We just gonna just keep grinding points and just stay in likely in mid table and just try and see what happens in Champions League and take it from there. So guys, that's what it is. Feel free to uh, comment below, like this video, share, and subscribe. And let's keep our chin up. I mean, Chelsea's in the middle of a storm right now, and when you're in the middle of a storm, you just have to keep riding, you just riding through that storm. If you ride that storm long enough, guess what? It's gonna be bright days. It's gonna be bright and sunny on the other side. And so, we just got to keep, riding through that storm. Potter's not going anywhere. So, we just need to keep all, everybody, got to put our hands on deck and, support Potter, support Taboli and support the club and support our players. Yeah, so feel free to, comment if, either whether you agree with me or you disagree. You feel free to comment, like this video, share, and subscribe. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.